Yes, sir, man. What it do, gang? We live, we back, man. Welcome back, or just welcome if it's your first time here. If you know who I am, if you don't know who I am, I must tell you anyway, man. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS experience where we specialize in single entry content. But no matter your style of play, man, like I always tell you, it doesn't matter if you're a 150 max, a cash game, a head to head, whatever the case may be. Trust me on this now. If you're playing NBA DFS at all, in any capacity, man, this is one of the best spots you can be in. Trust me on that. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on so you know when the videos and content drop. So you can be here rocking with me each and every time out, all right? Also, do me one small favor, man. Scroll on over there, hit that like button, man. Thank y'all so much, man. We did a great job. Almost got there. I think we had 85 likes on the last video. Let's see if we can't get this into 100, man. Come on, man. Y'all ratioing me to death, man. We got 600 views, but only 80 likes, man. If you're in the sound of my voice, please do me one small favor on this free content. That's all I ask of you. Is hit that like button. It gets some good karma, good energy headed your way. All right. This is my starting five series. If you're new here, where I bring you 5 plays across the various positions, try to give you an early look, early lineup construction, an early build, get your thought process going. These are plays that's going to be in my player pool, barring injury news or anything like that. All right. If you want complete access to my live stream before lock, you get my slate breakdown, my core plays, man. The Patreon link is down below. Come on over and officially join the gang. All right, we're going to get right into it. You know, I don't like to hold you long, but before we do, got my lineup review going over my best lineups from yesterday's slate. All right, solid night last night on DK. Definitely a winning night. FanDuel, not so much, but you know, I only play one lineup over there. I do it for the few FanDuel people I got here. Uh, this is the breakdown right here. This is my $12 single entry right here. Came in 118th place. You see $30 there. Basically, the gist of last night, man, we had so much value open up. We already had value at the guards. Then you had D'Angelo Russell and Ben Simmons ruled out. That opened up more value. Then you had Embiid and Drummond out, even more value. So I just felt like Wemby ownership was gonna skyrocket. Even Giannis, I feel like you're gonna get a lot of Giannis and Wemby lineups last night. That's what I told the gang. So to get a little different, I wanted to like pay up at the guard spot and then pair them with one of Giannis or one of Wemby, and even fade both of them in some spots. Get to pay up guard and Jaren Jackson Jr., which was my favorite play on yesterday's slate, and that's what we did here in this particular lineup. Paid up for the guard, Cade Cunningham. He had a great night here, 57 fantasy points. Only problem with that is a lot of guards had good nights, man. Anthony Simons, Anthony Edwards, Shaden Sharp, all of them, Tyrese Maxey, all of them dropping 50-plus nights. So it was a lot of guards that scored, but Cade Cunningham 25% was very solid. Try to get sneaky with Paul George here. Felt like he would go lower on once Embiid got ruled out. I thought people would go more to Maxey. Paul George actually got more ownership than I anticipated here. Got some Tyree Martin, Tobias Harris to go with Cade Cunningham, Yabusele once all those bigs was ruled out. Anthony, of course, I told you get plenty of them. Grimes, and then Jackson here to finish now at the bottom. So this particular one had a pay-up guard in Jaren Jackson and faded the big men Wemby and Giannis here in this spot. Ended up working out for us. Could have been a little bit profitable, a little bit more profitable. I needed Simons here. And the sad part, I looked at Simons to get a little run back since I had Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris, but ultimately didn't pull the trigger. Should have right here. Would have had a much better scoring lineup. FanDuel, not so much. I had more of Wemby on DK. So on FanDuel, my one lineup, I said I wanted to get some Giannis in here. And I tried to get it with a little game correlation with some Emmanuel quickly here. We saw him get 30-plus minutes in his return last game. So I tried to get a little game correlation by one going away from Wemby because I felt like he'd be higher on the FanDuel side, getting Giannis and then pairing with Emmanuel quickly, trying to get a little game correlation. But didn't really work out. Emmanuel quickly definitely let me down. Spencer didn't really let me down too, man. He got 30 minutes. He got the minutes. It was just simply production. He didn't do anything. Tried to sneak Paul George in once again. Got to some wells. Zaire Williams was one of my favorite Nets plays. And then, Jaren Jackson, of course, finished out and Shaden Sharp at the bottom there. Not much on FanDuel. But let's get into today's slate. We have a nice, 7-game slate across both sites here. we going to jump right into it. At the point guard at the top, I want to look at Trae Young, man, 9,700, going against this Utah Jazz team. Listen, it's 2 game environments everybody's going to want to get to tonight. It's Atlanta versus the Jazz and Denver versus Boston. They're the 2 highest game totals by. The next closest game is 10 points lower than these 2 game environments. So you're going to want to get to those game environments. I like getting to Trae Young here. No Jalen Johnson. We already saw him play without Jalen Johnson last time out. Trae was solid, didn't score as much, but no Jalen Johnson. Horrible defense over here. He's going to shoulder most of the offensive load. You know you're in line for a double points and assists with him. And if he can find this stroke from the outside, man, I think you can have a big night from Trae Young going against this depleted Utah Jazz team here. Staying in that game, coming on the other side, man. Give me Colin Sexton, 6K. Probably going to be popular, probably going to be chalk. I know he's up and down. He definitely can fail you in this spot, but Sexton in this spot potentially with no one else. I'm talking about no one else. Collins is already ruled out. Keontae Joel Clarkson is out. You have Marketing that's questionable. If he is out, it is just Sexton with the B team out there. He's going to be able to get whatever shot, do what he wants to. I kind of think you just kind of have to go to him here. He's good chalk. I won't say great chalk because he can let you down, but he's going to be on. But you definitely want to get to some Collins Sexton today at 6K. At the small forward, man, Amen Thompson, 6,600. Another guy's probably going to garner some ownership. We saw him move into the starting lineup last time with Jabari Smith being injured for the season. Played 40 minutes, man. Don't know if he's going to get 40 minutes again, but he definitely should be 35 plus here in this spot. And you get him going against the Washington Wizards. He's a guy that fills up the stat sheet for you, man. Should be in line for a nice double-double from here right here in this spot, man. I like going back to Amen Thompson. The price is creeping up for him, but still think it's good value to be had at this 6,600 price tag, especially given the matchup. Give me some Amen Thompson, all right? Power forward, man, Najee Marshall, 4,600. Saw him return last night from his suspension, step right back into a big role. 33 minutes here for this depleted Mavs team. Expect him to be in the same position tonight. No Luka, no Kyrie. I expect Marshall to continue to play 30-plus minutes. And if he's going to get 30-plus minutes at 4,600, he's a solid fantasy contributor. He can fill it up across the stat sheet. At 4,600, I think he's a nice value piece early right now. Give me some Najee Marshall here at 4,600. And at the center spot, man, listen, it's tough getting away from Jokic, but if it's anybody that can slow him down, man, it's Boston here in this spot. Now, I don't know how much they slow him down, but hopefully they slow him down where he ain't dropping 90 and 85 out here tonight. You know what you dodging when you not playing Jokic. He is just a monster, but I'm hoping the Celtics can put a game plan together to kind of contain him, keep him like 60, 70 fantasy points. Don't let him go insane. And that being said, man, I'm going to look to pay down here, and I'm going to look to Mark Williams, 6K. He's a guy whose minutes slowly been creeping up, and you look at this matchup with the Phoenix Suns. They changed the starting lineup last night, inserted Plumlee, but he didn't play big minutes, neither did Nurkic. They told me they played a lot of small ball lineup, no real big man in there. Now, if they elect to do that here against Mark Williams, he could absolutely crush on the glass. Now, I know it might put him in some tough spots defensively. He might just switch on to KD and things of that nature, but I don't think they're going to pull him off the court. He should absolutely eat down. And he's a guy who has 40, 50-point upside. I'm expecting a big double-double here from Mark Williams, especially if they try to go small ball. He's a big, long, rangy center, man, and he can absolutely destroy on the glass, especially if you're not playing a traditional center down there. I'm talking about you can get a 20 and 15 day from him, 2 or 3 blocks here. I like getting to Mark Williams here at 6K going against these Phoenix Suns, all right? There you have it, man. You're starting 5 on DraftKings. Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Amen Thompson, Najee Marshall, and Mark Williams. Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there, all right? On the FanDuel side, man, very similar. At the top, staying with Trae Young. I like the discount over here. $500 cheaper, $9,200. Given this game environment, I already told you, man, sign me up for Trae Young. He's going to have to shoulder everything. Expecting a big double-double from him, man. I need like 35 and 15 assists out Trae Young here in this spot tonight. And hopefully, my player to shoot guard, Colin Sexton, can keep the Jazz in and keep them scrappy, fighting long enough for Trae to get that upside there. You got to stay with him at 6,200. He's going to be chalk. Like I said, he's good chalk. Not great chalk today, but he is good chalk. Like getting to him at 6,200. At the small forward, then you can go right back to Jaime Jaquez, 4,800. Listen, I know he played a lot of minutes last night. 45 minutes, double overtime game against the Sacramento Kings. You take away those 2 overtimes, that tell me he's pushing 35, 36 minutes. He's been in the starting lineup with no Jimmy Butler being out for suspension. No, he played a lot of minutes last night, but he's young. Second night of back-to-back, you can go right back to him. Tough defensive matchup here against the Golden State Warriors, but if he's going to see those type of minutes at this price tag, man, I think he can do enough. I got some interest in Jaime Jaquez. At the power forward, I want to look at Jason Tatum. I know he's a guy that's going to go under-owned today, but when you look at this slate, the Boston Celtics had the second highest implied team total on the slate. And you know nobody ever really gets to Boston, especially when they're at full strength, all right? But the thing we know about Boston is somebody's going to get there. Somebody's going to have the big game between Porzingis, Tatum, White, Brown. Somebody's going to put up a big score here. I like leaning Jason Tatum here because if they can't contain Jokic and he's scoring, they're going to push him. They're going to need scoring from Jason Tatum, man. They have nobody really to defend him, especially with Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon being out. Peyton Watson is too small. Michael Porter Jr. is not a defender like that. It's going to be real rough for them trying to defend Jason Tatum here. I like getting to him at 10-1. I know he's going to come in low ownership. Probably teens, maybe even single digits. I like getting to Jason Tatum right here, all right? And at the center, man, stand with my guy, Mark Williams. Like I said, I'm just hoping they can contain Jokic where he doesn't go absolutely insane, all right? Mark Williams, those 6,200, if they play that small ball, even if they put a big man out there, he still can dominate. Mark Williams is an athletic center, man. That small ball, he can run, he can move. So that small ball is not going to run him off the court. Like I said, unless he's just getting cooked and getting in foul trouble or something, that's the only concern. Give me Mark Williams. I'm expecting a big double-double from him today, all right? There you have it, your starting five for FanDuel. Mark Williams, Jason Tatum, Jaime Jaquez, Colin Sexton, and Trae Young. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. You know they're going to be in mine, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.